Hello, beautiful souls. I feel like you're no longer interested in finding love, right? I feel like you rised and like you rise to your godhood. Okay. You are now a goddess, a god. You are now fully yourself. Right. You are now fully yourself. As you always will be. I feel like you are searching now for something else, right? And it's not that you're searching for it, it's more like who you becoming, who you. Okay. I feel like you're searching now for a vessel, right? It's not so much about what what other person can give you, but what you can give, right? And I feel like you're searching for that. You're searching for an empty. I was gonna say an empty person. Maybe something like this. Okay. Uh, for an opening. You're searching for a, yeah, I would call it a vessel, right? Where you can put in everything that you are, all the love that you already have, all yourself. I feel like you're just waiting for somebody, someone, some energy who is open enough to handle you, to to be able to host you, right? To be able to be with you where you are. I feel like you want somebody that can like deal with your whole self, right? No matter which self you are. And that doesn't take face value who you are, right? That leaves some space and has lack of judgment for everything that you are, right? Somebody who wants to grow up with you. I feel like there's somebody in your energy. Okay. Maybe you already know this person, maybe you're about to meet this person, okay? And I feel like you scare a little this person, right? I feel like you scare a little this person. Because I feel like there's desire here, there's attraction here, there is like curiosity here. There is a lot of that, right? But I'm not sure if there is enough responsibility, compatibility, if there is enough openness, right? For two people to grow together. I feel like this person is looking for, I'm saying the Hierophant, so it might be significative, but I'm seeing a person who's like looking for somebody. It's like stable, right? But it's not in that sense. It's like something fixed, right? They want a fixed thing. And I feel like you're a river, right? I feel you are like an ever ongoing change, right? Take whatever resonates. Maybe you're in a path. Maybe mirroring could be significative here. Maybe when two wholes come together, there is a chemical reaction, right? That happens. And that changes things, that changes people, that changes ways of being, right? And I feel like this person was expecting you, maybe for you to be just like everybody else. Maybe this person was expecting you to be something that they could control, right? Something that they could say, oh, this person's like this or this person's like that, right? But what they found was somebody different, right? Than they were expecting. I feel like this person may have put you in the category of somebody who's like bipolar or have multiple personalities or something like this, okay? Because they cannot like figure you out, right? They cannot figure somebody that changes with life, that is life itself, right? That it's not only mirroring to others what their work must be or who they really are, right? But also what their work must be, right? I feel like this person hasn't, maybe they never were with somebody like you, right? Who triggers awakenings, who search souls for what's most significant within them. Either way, this person was not ready for you, right? And so they're considering like who you really are, right? Who you really are. Maybe you're just absolutely crazy. Maybe you're just putting on a mask. And I don't feel like you are, okay? I don't feel like you are. I feel like you're just mirroring them, right? Because you have a life and then you have a life, right? It's like you live in this dimension, but you also live in many others, right? And that kind of brings curiosity for this person, okay? Maybe there are also, I want to say starseed. Maybe this person is also a starseed. Maybe this person comes with a big mission for their lives to improve the collective, right? They're just starting to notice that. I feel like this person was praying to God, to God, to bring them different type of energy, to bring them different type of person, to bring them something that wasn't basic, something that was really, really, really divine, right? Really from the soul. Maybe this person doesn't know the right words to call it, right? And then you come, right? You come, you show them something so significant, you show them like a love that doesn't need to grab on, right? That doesn't need expectation, that doesn't need reciprocity, that doesn't need all of that, right? But that heals, right? And that is there and is stable and it's like, right? Maybe they weren't ready for it. I also feel like you're obviously you're a high priestess, right? Or a high priest. Maybe you're an emperor or an empress, right? And I feel like you knew, like I don't want to say that you knew that this person was the one for you, right? Take whatever resonates, okay? But you knew that, yeah, that person was the one for you, at least for the time being, right? At least for the time being, because you knew there was a common mission to be lived, right? Feel like you knew right away because you can see the future, right? You can sense unseen things, and so I feel like you felt it right away. But you also are aware that when you see unseen things, that sometimes things take time in order to come fully to the scene, right? And most people work only with seen things. So yeah, I feel like this person feels immense curiosity, right? They are super attracted to your mystery, right? To your mystery. Although it kind of bothers them at the same time. To whatever resonates, I feel like it bothers them because they are really used to control things, right? They want to know results. They want to know steady things. And you're a wild being, wild divine being. So yeah, that was my message, and I'm not gonna give you a lot of advice for now. Just gonna relate. That's what's happening in the world of spirit. So I love it so much. This was my message. Thanks so much for being there, and I'll see you soon.